Evening, everyone. Sorry about that. We got cut off there. Hope everybody had a good Monday. I know I did. Always good to wake up every morning, and thankful for that. Um, so we've talked about a lot of different topics here over the last few days. We've talked about ways to uh, save the Medicare system, um, to uh, do things with Social Security. Um, we've touched on the Clinton people not accepting the race. We've touched on, why Trump won the race. We've touched on a lot of things. So tonight's subject is something a little bit different. We are supposedly the greatest country in the world, with more wealth than everybody in the world. But yeah, there is a problem that really plagues this country and has always plagued me. And it went back from the song about this country music song called "I Was Almost Home." Listen to it sometime. And the problem is the homeless in this country and the amount of homeless people. Um, with, living on the streets, I see it every day when I'm on my way to work. And one thing that I sit there and I think about, when I see these people that are homeless and they're sitting on the street, I was like, what would I do with all that time? You don't have a home to go to watch TV, no friend's house to go crash at. You can't afford to go anywhere. You're just sitting there on the streets and bumming money and, get maybe a free meal at a church or anything. But there's many reasons that people are homeless. Um, you know, I know people that's always been homeless and like living on the streets. They like that life. Okay, all right. There's a few out there like that. There's somebody who could have had a catastrophic event with no family and lost everything, and before you know it, you're on the street. You can't find a job, and you're stuck there. There's a lot of drug addicts out there who are on the street and just looking for their next fix, whether it's alcohol or whatever their DSC is. But I think the vast majority of them is mentally ill, but yet we do nothing for these people. So what I've been going around looking at, like out here close to where I live, we've got the old Eastwood Mall. We've got these huge malls, these huge buildings that are up for sale that are never going to sell. Nobody's going to buy them. Who's going to put a mall back there then? We've got more mall closings that's going to be coming up. So what my idea is let's turn these malls into a place not only that the homeless can live, but that they can get the type of treatment they need, whether it's mental or drug addiction or maybe just some skills to go back in to the workforce. I don't mean for it to be a temporary fix by no means. And it could be done without a tax cut. First, you could rearrange some of your spending here in some of your cities. I think this city had a $480 million budget this year, and I think only 1.8 of it went for education. Maybe I'm pretty sure it's 480 million. Anyway, you got a mayor with a $1 million security team. Why does William Bell, Mayor of Birmingham, have a security team? Anyway, but I think where the easiest place to start would be to not purchase the land, but the people who own it, just go ahead and give them a tax break. That way they don't have to lose any money off of it. So we'll just give their company a tax break in the state. The second would go ahead and be able to combine the things that you already have now, like your shelters and your soup kitchens, and have them involved, and combine what we have now with, I think is it Trinity Hospital? It's basically the hospital. You can go see a doctor for free. So you've already got the medical thing in place. So that would be the first one. So you combine those right there. The next one you would ask for donations from the churches, because churches would have to be involved in this time. You know, that I've said it many times, that the government is no longer taxing you to death to take, for social programs. It's time to cut the taxes. But anyway, so the churches have to be involved. And then finally, it's the same proposal like with Medicare and salvaging that. You offer the people a tax cut, which a lot of people would take. Hey, for every dollar you donate to this, we will give you $2 back. And, people are going to be like, man, but our state's going to lose so much money if you're giving people a tax cut. Well, no, they're not, because, again, people are going to take that money and they're going to spend it, which is going to create more tax revenue, which is going to create more jobs, etc. Sorry, I'm going off topic there. But anyway, for every dollar somebody donates, they get $1 back in tax. They get $2 back. So there's a way right there where you can fund it and give people a tax break at the same time. So I don't really think it would be that hard to do. Like I said, you've already got the free medicine. You've got places like the Alethea House that, people are going and getting, to rehab type things all the time. You've already got, like AA groups. You have them there as well. So that would not really cost anything as far as providing the people out there to do the services like the doctors, soup kitchens cook the food. You've already got your substance abuse programs that can go right in there, and the people would have a place to live. The only problems you have to come into would really be paying for your power and your water, and I'm sure you'd want to provide some kind of entertainment like cable. So those would be your only bills, which would probably be substantial. But again, I think we could take care of it by offering those type of incentives on tax breaks, as well as rearranging what our mayoral budget is every year. If you could just say that's a fiasco, and that was obvious in this past race where 63% of the city of Birmingham voted against a 3-term incumbent, and he's on his way out. So anyway, rearranging the funding, offering the tax break, and having the churches and combining your soup kitchens and you already said the medicine there, that could take care of your entire homeless problem throughout the United States. We've got just massive buildings that are empty and are not doing anything. And also by doing that, you'd cut down on a lot of crime, and you'd cut down on a lot of you'd cut down on a lot of crime, and you'd cut down on a lot of people being harassed for money. And I know some people do feel bad about it, and they go in there and they give these people money, but you're just really enabling them. I can understand you buy them something to eat. I get that. If somebody came up to me and said, hey, I'm hungry, will you buy me something to eat? Yeah, I'd buy them something to eat. If they come up to me asking me just for straight up cash, I get really, really, really mad about that. And that's the thing that angers me. I had this woman the other night walking past smoking cigarettes and asking me for money, and I was like, what? And, those things aggravate me. But, if somebody's hungry, I'll definitely buy them something to eat. Anyway, sorry, I got off topic again, but I was saying that was how would solve a lot of the problems by giving these people a place to live, reducing crime, and keep, a lot of vagrants just away. So those was just my thoughts for the evening on how we can end homelessness in this country, because it's really amazing. We have supposedly fought communism for the last, into World War II. We say communism was wrong, how horrible it is. And by no means am I advocating communism. I believe everybody knows that I'm a really free market enterprise guy, but There's no homeless people in communist countries. There's no homeless people in China. There's no. They actually ended homelessness in, I think, the 1950s. You know, you're talking about a country of over 1 billion and something people, and they ended homelessness in the 50s. And there's no homeless in North Korea. There's no homeless in Vietnam. No homeless in Cuba. Uh, so whatever you want to say about them. And actually, that's something else good too. I'll just hit on it for a second because I was telling our medical care the other night. Do you know Cuba actually ranks ahead of us in medical care for their citizens? I think they're ranked 1836. But anyway, that was not the topic I meant to stay on. I meant to stay on how to end homelessness in this country, which is really sad. I mean, it's really sad. Like I said, there are some people that actually like living on the streets. I mean, I know a guy named Herman. You know, he's lived over on the streets in Five Points ever since I've known him, and it's been 20 years first time I ever met the guy, and it's I mean, that's just the life he lives. But there's so many people that don't want to be there, and I think that's one issue that's always been overlooked in this country. When you look at the social welfare programs that's been handed out with Medicaid, Medicare, Social Security, Social Security disability insurance. We have, food stamps, government housing. We did all, social things to help so many poor people, but the homeless is the ones that's been really ignored. And I don't know why we just, we can't. I mean, if you've already got the government housing program set up, I mean, this would just be, if you get the federal government involved too, you could make that an extension of it, and it would really, I mean, you pay for it. Just make that another form. I mean, I think it would fall up under what the Department of Health and Human Services, but that's another aspect that I hadn't even thought of before I started my topic tonight about homelessness. But anyway, I hope I didn't ramble too much tonight, guys, because I tend to have a habit of doing that, especially when I get to talking. But I hope y'all enjoyed tonight's video on how we can end homelessness in this country, and I will see y'all tomorrow night. Y'all have a great evening.